A legend about a king from Amalapuzam helps us understand what exponential technologies are. Generative AI is an exponential technology. Welcome to Thank God It's a Story Saturday, a weekly video series where I share stories with you that you can use to make your messages connect. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a conference and one of the audience members asked the speaker, we have seen so many changes, and why are we so concerned about this change with generative AI? The speaker then told the story about the game of chess and the king in Amalapuzam to help all of the audience member understand the difference between the change we have experienced in the past and the change we are experiencing today. So the speaker says, the legend goes that the king of Amalapuzam is in the southern part of India, famous for two things, the Krishna temple and Palapaisam. Palapaisam is rice and milk dessert. The king was a chess enthusiast, and one day a traveling sage challenged the king for the game of chess. And the king said, sure, but if you were to win, tell me what would you like as a reward? The sage said, I'd just like some rice. So if you take the first square off the chessboard, you put one grain of rice there. If you go to the second one, I just want you to keep doubling it. Put 2, then 4, then 8. The king thought, what a modest request. That's okay, I can do that, no big deal. The game started, the sage played really well, and he managed to defeat the king in the game of the chess. The king said to his people, bring out a bag of grain of rice, and give the sage the reward he wished for. And when they started putting the rice grains, they put 1 in the first square, then 2, then 4, then 8, and they realized that by the time they would get to the 12th square, they would need 2,048 rice grains. Then the people around the king started doing calculations and went, if we were to get to the 30th square, we would need 536 million rice grains. 40th square would be 550 billion rice grains. And if we were to get to the 64th square, it took a long time for them to calculate this, we would need 9,220,000 trillion rice grains. The king had not comprehended this. The point is that the human brain is not capable of thinking in that way, in that exponential way. And generative AI is an exponential technology that actually moves really, really fast. So what is the point of this story? Truth be told, I also don't know what the point of this story is, other than the fact that it has helped me understand what is the difference between the changes that we have experienced in the past versus the change that we are experiencing right now. If you can think of a really good point to the story, or even just the point you think is the point of the story, and how do we deal with this rapid change that we are witnessing with generative AI, then I'd love to hear from you. Stay storied and do subscribe if you enjoy these stories that we tell by hitting the subscribe button below. Stay storied.